All right, my boy, my guy, King Sounds drops King Talk, the deluxe edition, on all digital platforms, right here on YouTube, Spotify, and also on Apple Music. The link's in the description. Go ahead and check it out. All right, let's talk some NBA. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I'm going to talk about LeVar Ball saying that Luke Walton was a trash coach, but he a good person. Also going to talk about Under Armour being true to their word and giving Steph Curry his own brand. And talk about the shoes that he dropping. But first, let's talk about back in 2010, he was the number 10 pick overall, which went down as probably one of the more terrible drafts in history. You think about DeMarcus Cousins would have bolstered it. John Wall, he just really didn't get a chance to take that step in his prime, and we don't know if he's still in his prime because he blew out his Achilles and then blew it out again. For those who didn't know, you look at that draft, Hassan Whiteside won in the second round. It was some guys that went in that draft that had some problem. I think Andre Drummond Greg Monroe or Andre Drummond was in that draft. I think it was Andre Drummond, But yeah, Evan Turner went 2 behind John Wall. He's now retired. And that's crazy. I think after 10 seasons in the league, he retired. And it kind of messed me up a little bit, man, because I remember he was in Ohio State, and I didn't know he was from Chicago, so I had to correct myself in an earlier video when he said he wanted to fight Jake Paul to redeem him and Lance Stevens to redeem the NBA for Nate Robinson performance. But like I said, it take a lot of balls to get in that ring. I'm telling you from a guy that's been there. But I remember he hit a half-court shot in the Big Ten tournament to eliminate Michigan. I think that same year, Michigan might have went to the Final Four for the championship. And I think I got robbed by Louisville for sure. I know that. The year they played, and they had Peyton Siva and a few guys. Siva played for the Pistons. Check out my Detroit channel, more see sports talk more sports though. But Evan Turner was a great college player. Not taking nothing away from it. I think when you talk about the Chicago players that's played over going back to Benji, RIP to him. Talking about Dwayne Wade, Isaiah Thomas before him, Anthony Davis. Just some great ball players. And you talk about Chicago, you forget about Evan Turner because bare minimum, he was one of the great college players to come out of, Chicago. And, he kind of remind you of a poor man's LeBron. Without the body, his ability to make guys better. He was more of a point forward, facilitator, can score a little bit, can shoot a little bit. But, when you ain't got LeBron body and his physical gifts, what you get is Evan Turner. No offense to Evan Turner. And I don't really like to call no basketball player bum unless they 7 foot. Because it take a lot to get there to the National Basketball Association. And with him retiring, that's just like, damn, I remember watching him while I was in college, tear up the college circuit. And I also remember, him going through the NBA and never really, getting that height. You remember Michael Beasley, he was more talented than Evan Turner. If you take Michael Beasley physical talent and put it in Evan Turner, shit, he might go on to be a 15-time All-Star. The physical talent. Michael Beasley, matter of fact, you put Evan Turner head on Michael Beasley, and Beasley probably go down as a top 20, 25 player of all time. That's how talented Michael Beasley is with the right head. But, now, Evan Turner going on to coaching, and I think he's one of those guys that wasn't a supreme talent, as far as athleticism. He going to have a lot to offer as a coach. And I think, 5, 10 years you look up, he might be a guy that's going to probably be a head coach. It's hard for former, players and black players to be exact, to be, coaches in the league. We see Jerry Stackhouse, who won a G League championship. He at Vanderbilt, and Nick Nurse won a G League championship, and he the head coach of the Toronto Raptors. Just show you the inconsistency. Everybody talk about the NFL like they the only ones with problems. Don't think Donald Sterling was an isolated incident. But, look at Patrick Ewing. Sat years on the end of the bench. Had to go to the Charlotte Bobcats. So, maybe Evan Turner take the was it Ali? He coached up there in Connecticut. I don't know what happened, but he won a championship. Maybe he had to take that route and, go the college route. But, hopefully they give him a fair shake. I know he's going to be a good coach. He's just too smart a player through his career, through college. And, you tip your hat off to Evan Turner because, he not only, I can't respect no fuck eyes, no Ohio State fuck eye, but, you respect him. You got to respect Mike Conley, his career coming from there. And his dad was a track star, but they can play, and hopefully, Evan Turner has some success But you just look at a lot of inconsistencies in coaching and ownership and being the GM. Jerry Stackhouse and Patrick Ewing should be coaching in the league, but you know how it is, man, unfortunately. And kind of go from that subject, kind of keep on this subject, with LeVar going on Club Shay Shay and shout out to Shannon Sharp, and basically saying that Luke Walton couldn't coach. He said a lot of shit on there. He said he wasn't no good coach, a good person, but he can't coach a lick of basketball. And obviously he was, people forget Luke Walton rise. The rise of Luke Skywalker. I'm a Star Wars head. I never ran away from that. But the rise of him was basically Steve Kerr got sick or something happened in his worst season, and he went on to win a whole bunch of games. And I think Kerr came back and won a championship with that team, if my memory serves me correctly. Or did they lose to LeBron? I forget the year. And that was pretty much his reign. And you got to understand, his father was probably one of the greatest centers of all time, and his career got cut short because of knee injuries. And you got to remember, he was the last one, Bill Walton, to bring a championship to Portland. I remember, throw it down, big fella. Throw it down. Throw it down, big fella. That was his catchphrase, man. Throw it down. I love when Shaq do what he said. That was his best phrase. Oh, throw it down, big fella. And a lot of people didn't like Bill Walton on the mic. But, we all cannot agree that one guy on the mic is great. You would never get a poll that say 10, 90, or 10%. Shit, I say 80%, 20% to a guy that we all agree to and calling football games. I really don't dislike Joe Buck. I like Troy Aikman. I like Tony Romo. But some guy, Romo's the worst. I'm like, fuck out of here. Romo's the worst to people who don't know football, casual fans, to be honest. That's what Romo's the worst. Oh, he's calling out. That's what real football people want to hear, But everything is catered to casual football fans. Is why Madden suck bad. But maybe he can't coach. To be honest, I look at him and it's hard to tell with the young Lakers, and obviously with LeBron, he tried to have some. He tried to pledge his allegiance to the young guys that tried to let Brandon Ingram get the ball, and LeBron got him fired, and he had Sacramento, and they really kind of lost some guys over the few years, and ain't really been able to really make that jump, which I think they can make. But that was him. You put a target on your son back and you want to blame Luke Walton. I just think that ain't fair to Luke, but maybe it's something he see. I don't really watch every Laker game. I remember they used to be on national television before, all this era, LeBron era, the last era, but and you want to blame him for his son's downfall. His son just was born. His son was just born in the wrong era of basketball. Had he been here in the 90s, he'd be right there with John Stockton, Mark Jackson, Mark Price, the Isaiah Thomas of the world, Magic Johnson. But now they, two things in this league they really eliminated that I noticed, and it's a lot of other stuff, minor stuff, and a few major things. But they eliminated the center position, and they eliminated the point guard position. You guys like Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo are a dime a dozen. De'Aaron Fox is, Lonzo, one of the last of a dime breed. But him, guys like him, Dennis Smith Jr. is supposed to be the next wave. Luka, Trae Young, LaMelo Ball. We see what he do. Now you got to be able to score and shoot be able to shoot to be a point guard, and that ain't necessarily true. It's a lot of guys that call themselves point guards, and they not point guards. I ain't shy to talk about them. Love David Lillard, my favorite player right now. He ain't a point guard. Steph Curry ain't a point guard. Some of them guys really ain't points. James Harden more point than Russell Westbrook. James Harden is a point guard if you look at him. But, with Luke Walton, it is what it is. People want to say white privilege. We just made the case for Nick Nurse, but we know they exist. And, LeVar might be right, but let me know if you think LeVar Ball is right, which is very interesting. But let's close it out. Apparently, Steph Curry got his own brand or subsidiary with Under Armour, like Jordan did with Nike. The new shoe, I'm not feeling it, but I think he make dad shoes or dad buy shoes on purpose. What I don't understand why these shoe companies, because they can't make no good shoes. The best gym shoes that I've seen, as far as signatures that's here and now, is probably the Durant's and the Kyrie's, LeBron's cool. They really don't have no good shoes, and what they should do is have a contest and hire the 5 or 10 greatest shoe designers on the street. But Nike is on, like Adidas on, like some Reebok, Adidas on, Timberland, all of them own each other. But that's why they're living off the top 10s and the 90-something Air Maxes. But Jordan shoes, they don't know how to create the original style. And that's kind of been an issue with this era anyway. The remake is the new original, but yeah, his shoes garbage. And I think, maybe older guys might wear them if they're comfortable. But I seen one shoe I put on at the Under Armour store downtown in Detroit I like, and it just felt good on my arches. I got flat feet, so it felt good on my arches. So, I had to go back and get them. But, congratulations to Steph Curry on that. Under Armour allow him to express his beliefs and, get him to the next level. But shout out to Steph Curry. I think he a nice person. He deserves it. And obviously he a hell of a basketball player. So let me know what you think about Evan Turner, LeVar, comments on Luke Walton. And let me know what you think about, Steph Curry, new shoe, his new deal. You wonder, like, is that going to come for LeBron? But then again, Steph Curry just with a company that believed in his vision and that believed in him. And when you look at, LeBron, is that going to come next? A lot of people, when I talk about LeBron shoes, they more a hoop shoe. They don't have the versatility to go casual and then, hit the club with them. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that versatility like Jordan's did. So you just wonder, will LeBron get his own subsidiary with Nike? But his shoes is like really basketball shoes. And, what people be pointing out to his shoes is that simply, LeBron shoes cost a lot. And that's some ignorant shit. I'm not buying something because it costs a lot. I'm buying for it for the quality of the shoe or whatever I'm using for the look. But usually when you pay a lot of money, it's the quality. It's why Gators and Morris cost so much. The quality, the craftsmanship, like the Bushimis, those shoes are handcrafted and hand painted, man. That's just why you pay a lot of money for them. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about the video. Once again, I had to kind of put my 2 cents in at the end. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out anytime if you want to advertise your business on the channel. If you have a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, question, whatever situation, or you want to reach out to me there. If you have a question, business inquiry, video request, hit me up there. We also got a Facebook group that links in the description. Want to watch my live streams? Can't go live on the channel, so check me out at Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0 right here on YouTube. Also, you can check me out on Sportscastr. Links in the description. Go down there, click the link, create a profile. It's free, and they got a ton of great live streams and great content creators. You want to make a donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description as well. Best way to donate, share the video, hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Check out NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We go.